Hi everyone, it's Mr. Casse. The goal of today's activity is to go through your grades and figure out how far along you are with graduation requirements. In order to graduate from Summit High School, you need to have 50 credits. Now, in order to get those 50 credits, you need to be consistently passing classes over the course of your time at Summit High School. 50 credits is the minimum. So if you are planning on going on to college or some type of higher education after Summit High School, you definitely want more than 50 credits. The goal of this is just to double check your progress so far. So on this document, we've listed the credits that you should earn every year. You should be trying to pull in 13 passing credits at least every year so that you're on track to get that 50 by the time you're a senior. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to log into PowerSchool. You're going to follow the instructions that are here at this link in order to get to your grades, and then you're going to fill in the grades that you've received so far in your freshman year. So, across the top here, you have all of the different topics. The numbers in parentheses are the minimum number of credits you need in that specific subject in order to graduate. So 8 credits in English, 6 credits in history. Every class you take for one semester earns 1 credit. So if you take 7 classes this semester, you can earn 7 credits. And then you total up last semester and this semester to get how many you'd have as a freshman. Okay, now these also are just minimums. Most colleges are looking, if not all colleges, are looking for, 4 years of science, 4 full years of math, more foreign language than just 2 years. So just keep that in mind as you go through here. All of these are the minimums you need to graduate, and you probably want to be pulling more. MYP, that doesn't count for a credit, but you do need to have it done. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll go to your PowerSchool, and then you'll type in all of the grades you received during your first semester of freshman year. So I might say I got a 3 in English in the fall. I probably got a 4 in history. I got a 3 in science, 3 in math, 3 in fine arts. Okay, and so I'm going to fill in all of these grades. I'm going to say in PE I got an F, okay, or a 1, which would be a fail. All right, then I'm going to go in and I'm going to look at my current grades. All right, so in the second semester of English, currently I have a 2.5. In history, I have a 3.5. In science, I currently have a 1. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to fill out semester 2. Now, semester 2 isn't over yet, but you can start to get a sense of where you're at. If you know you need science credits this semester, or you know you need those math credits, and you have a 0.5, or you have a 1, or you have an IE, that's a problem because you need that credit. If you don't make that credit up now, you're going to be put into a class to make it up. And so what I would do is I would go through here and say, okay, by the end of the year, as long as I pass all of these classes, I should have this number of credits. And I type it in so that I can keep track. And if you have 13 or more, great, good for you, you're on track. If you have less than 13, then that's a problem because you need to make those credits up somewhere. Now, if you're taking extra elective classes or things that don't fit in these categories up here, you can just write them down here. So if you are a freshman right now taking FAST, cool. FAST is going to give you a pass or fail grade, and you're going to get 1 credit for that. So we can also keep track down here. The goal for this chart is for you to go through it once a semester every year so you can pay attention to how you're doing as you move through high school. If you total up the number of credits that you earned over here in this column and subtract it from 50, then you'll be able to write down how many more you need. So that'll help you plan in the future. Okay, now this I need to go over and explain. If you failed a class last semester or if you fail a class this semester, one of 2 things might happen. A, you might be placed in a credit recovery class, in which you'll try and make up that credit, or B, you'll just be re-enrolled in that failed class. Now, that might not happen if it's an elective or an extra class, but if it's an English class you have to take or a math class you have to take, if you don't get put in the credit recovery class, and not everyone does because of scheduling, you might have to be put, or you will be put back into that class. So for instance, if you are a freshman and you fail economics this semester, then next year you might be sitting in another economics class. So you'll be a sophomore and everyone else in there will be a freshman. And so that's a reason to not fail any classes. If you IE a class, that means you have shown insufficient evidence. The good news is that it's early April and you got to get to class. There's time, and you need to get to class so that you can try and improve that grade. But at this juncture, you're not showing enough evidence in order to pass the class. There is no credit recovery option there. If you receive an IE in any class, then you have to retake the whole class. If you incomplete a class, then you have 1 quarter to complete that credit. So if you incompleted during this past semester, semester 1, those incompletes are no longer recoverable. They were due on like March 14th or something, whenever quarter 3 ended. If you receive an incomplete this semester, and this is only going to happen in the last week or so of school, you're going to go to your teacher and say, hey, I'm missing this exam. How can I make up the final exam or something like that? You have some other valid excuse that has to do with, some really challenging situation or scenario. You're going to request that incomplete from a teacher, and if they approve, cool. Now you've got to get that test or whatever's left done by time quarter 1 is over next year. And if you don't, then the grade turns to an F and you're re-enrolled. So here you can list all of the things or all of the classes that you failed, IE'd, or incompleted, and you can write down what your plan is to make those credits up. Right? Summer school is also an option if people want to try and do some credit recovery work for a failed class there, but not an IE class. Down at the bottom, we have dual language classes you should take. And if you're looking for DP, there are some classes you should take here. Now, if you have questions, you should set up an appointment or email your counselor so that you all are on the same page. But the goal is for you to go into your power school, find your current grades, and figure out if you are on track to graduate. Because if you don't get the credits this year, you're going to have to get them another year. Thanks.